What's going on, everyone? Ains here, Season Gaming, another statue unboxing and review. And as you can see in front of me, super pumped about this one because it's the Diablo 4 Inarius statue from Blizzard. So if you follow the channel, you know that I've already done the statue review of Lilith from Blizzard. Really like that one. This piece looks to be in the same kind of vein or mold as Lilith. Obviously, you can kind of see what the mold looks like right here. The interesting thing is when I did the Lilith review, I talked about how it was an extremely nice 1:4 scale statue for the price. Originally retailed for $500. I think I got it for $400 because they had a discount at one point that worked on it. Obviously, they kind of knew that, and they might have taken a loss because even though this is the same kind of scale and mold as Lilith, this one's nearly $1,200. So price has gone up substantially. We'll have to see if it is, kind of matches Lilith the way I hope it will. So what we're going to do is always going to do a nice unboxing here. I'm going to kind of talk about the quality of the piece, and I will show you some up-close pictures and video of this piece, and I will also bring Lilith over, and we'll have the two pieces side by side by the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. It says on the back of the box here, "But what of my great deeds? When I am in torment, who will celebrate those? Who will remember Inarius?" So there's a lot of story built up with Diablo 4 between Lilith and Inarius. If you haven't checked out some of the videos that Blizzard has done, I highly recommend it. And as we get ready, obviously, for the beta for Diablo 4 in just a couple weeks as I record this, I could not be more excited. This is my most anticipated game of the year. I love the look of this character and Lilith in general. I'm just overwhelmed and overjoyed with Diablo coming back, and I can't wait. So anyway, I could ramble on about that forever. I won't do that to you, I promise. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and get this thing out of the box, set up, and we'll start getting the pieces out. Okay, fortunately, it looks like we're going to have a relatively straightforward and easy build here. It's separated into two pieces now. On the top, where the beams of light coming off the back of them. These are very, very cool looking. Similar to Lilith, how she had her wings that I said were really, really nice. These are going to be very cool when they're displayed. They are plastic, they're not glass or anything like that, but they are kind of translucent is the word I'm looking for. And this is going to be really cool looking. So let's get the base out first. So far, things are looking good in terms of nothing damaged or concerning, which seems to be a regularity of mine at this point. I think the Dark Souls Pontiff statue has scarred me for life. No joke, I went to move that like 2 weeks ago, and another piece just broke off of it. That Dark Souls statue, unbelievable. So we'll revisit that when the time comes, of course, like I've already said. So base is very similar to Lilith. The base is actually kind of small when you compare it to some of the other kind of bigger ones I've done recently. You know, it's kind of narrow and stuff, but it's obviously meant to match. I'm looking at Lilith behind the camera. It's obviously meant to aesthetically match Lilith with Inarius here. Inarius. I don't know if it's Inarius or Inarius. I think Inarius sounds cooler. Let's go ahead and get him out. Again, looks to be rather similar to Lilith in the way it's presented. So, the funny thing is, inside of his hood here is completely hollow. There's nothing in there, just blackness. So he's got the chains wrapped around him, or kind of the anchoring here, and you attach the chains. He's got one single post on the foot, so obviously he looks like he's elevating. Again, in terms of quality for this type of piece, pretty standard really. Paint looks good. No, I don't see a lot of paint that's kind of blending through to other areas. The scarring on kind of his robe here is really solid. Armor looks good as well. It's got a little kind of shine to it on the shoulders. So looking good so far. Hopefully this goes in quickly and easily without issue. You know how fun that can be sometimes. There we go. All right. There's actually only a couple pieces here. There's the chains that go on, and it looks like, I guess these are the shackles that they connect to on his shoulder here. Oh no, they're actually his shoulder armor. What am I talking about here? Maybe if I knew the character, that would help, right? Oh shit, just made a mistake there. Half ripped the instruction booklet. Just making sure we get the chains on properly here, that's all. So it looks like the chains go on last. These are kind of cool looking. Although, these do feel... I'm pretty sure these are plastic too. So one of the things I commented on when I did Lilith was, even though it was a really nice statue for the price of $500, in terms of kind of, you know, the base being a little smaller and some of the quality of certain aspects of it were a little lower. It doesn't make the piece any less impressive. But when, again, you know, I'm comparing to a wide range of statues that range anywhere from, you know, $300 all the way up to $2,500. So, you know, there are differences, as you would expect, when you get into some of the serious price differences and things like that. All right, let's see, how do we attach these? All right, let me go ahead and figure these remaining kind of pieces out with the chains and his light, and I will bring it back. And there you have it. It was a very simple build. You actually put the light beams in first, shoulder blades, and then these chains pop into the rock here, and these actual clamps here are magnetic. So very simple. You know, it's nice when everything just goes in easily as it's supposed to. As I joked about with the Pontiff statue, you could tell it wasn't designed and built well because I was having to kind of fiddle and try and get things to fit where they should. It shouldn't be like that with statues, especially the higher end statues. Things should slot in and they should be perfectly fit to the mold. So nice quality from Blizzard here, and as you can see, this thing is pretty damn cool looking. So I'll give you kind of a turnaround of him, a 180 if you will, or a 360 I guess. But as you can see, shackles across, lava underneath, chains, beams of light everywhere, and it looks even cool from the back because you get to see the chain behind him as well. There's an extra chain behind him. There you go. So I like how it's kind of white coming out of his body here, and then it gets more translucent towards the end. That's really, really cool. If I have one complaint about the statue, the funny thing is, and I'm sure there's a reason for it that I can't explain right now. I haven't dove into the lore fully with Inarius and Lilith, only kind of preliminary, but you know, he is shackled here for obvious reasons. But I think it would have been, I would have liked if maybe his arms were higher and he didn't have the shackles, you know, basically showing off his power. But regardless, I think it's still a very impressive piece, and you know, I like it a lot so far. Let me do this, now that I've given you kind of 360, let me pull the camera in, I'll bring Lilith over, and we'll have a look at both of them. Okay, so there you have both of them, Lilith and Inarius. Lilith stands slightly taller. Her horns are kind of a little above Inarius, but his light beams are kind of broader. They're both incredible pieces. Love them both. It's only heightened my excitement for Diablo 4. I think in terms of kind of the all up, I don't know which one I like better. I tend to favor Lilith just because Lilith is so damn awesome. The other thing is she kind of has these like lava pools in her rocks here, and they look kind of liquidy. The paint on them is excellent. With this lava paint here beneath Inarius, I wish they would add like a layer of gloss to it. And that's not just Blizzard. I said the same thing, if I recall correctly, about the Doomslayer, because he's kind of got some lava, and they use this orangish, yellowish paint, and it looks really good, but it also looks really dry. And I think if they just used a little gloss on it, it would actually kind of shine up the statue a lot more. But anyway, regardless, if you can even call that a complaint, that's the one complaint I have. It's a nice piece. Now, the big question is this worth $1,200? I think Blizzard went a little too high. I think that this at $500 is a bargain, as I said when I did that one. This at $1,200, either of these at $1,200 is a little too much. And I think they're capitalizing now on the popularity of Diablo 4, the IP. That goes without saying, right? You're paying for one of the biggest IPs in gaming. But if I look at something like the Aloy I did, the Jinn I did, you know, the Prime 1 statues in the $1,100-$1,200 range, these are just not up to the same level. They're just not. They don't have all the extra pieces. The bases are a fraction of the size and complexity that those bases are. Those are heavier, they're bigger, and they're more impressive. So I would think, you know, for something like this, I think closer to kind of the Prime 1 Witcher statue, so you're talking about the $750 to $900 range, would make more sense. So I doubt anyone from Blizzard is watching this. I don't know, maybe they are. But if they are, you know, let's do it a little bit of a favor for fans in the future and not go too high on these. They're very cool, love them a lot. But yeah, I think it could be a little lower. I forgot to mention right at the start too that according to the box here, they're making 1,206. I don't know why that number, but 1,206 of these. This was number 895. So I don't know if Lilith is still available or not. Obviously, I don't know with Inarius either, but you know, if you like these and you like Diablo, I do recommend them, depending on the price you can get them at, of course. So that's about it. As always, you have any questions, anything like that, let me know. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. And stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of coverage of Diablo 4. We'll be covering the beta. We'll be doing a full review, video review, you know, a beginner guide probably on it, a whole lot of things. And the staff at Season Gaming, between myself, Nate, Steve, there's others I'm forgetting. You know, you're talking about thousands, if not tens of thousands of hours in Diablo through the years. So happy to provide our expertise there as well. So anyway, that'll do it. I've talked enough. Thank you as always. Please, you know, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Hit that like, share it out, and it obviously helps us greatly. Until then, tune in to the Big Cast every Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, for your weekly gaming news. And other than that, we will see you later. Thank you. Cheers.